So one of the things I like to do to kind of set myself apart from what other YouTube reviewers do is something that you won't necessarily see in your standard review. You see stuff like unboxings. You see tons of those. You see all the product that comes in a release, especially like the Haslab stuff. Today we're doing a Haslab, and I think you can see it in the background. But what we're doing that's a little different is a side by side comparison with another company that really, I think, has gone out of its way to do scale and realism to an extent we haven't really seen since the original run of the G.I. Joe 3 3/4 stuff. Um, some of that stuff is like excellent in scale, some of it not so much. Today we're going to talk about a company called Click and Play, which I've featured on my channel before, and they're one of my favorite toy companies. Um, Affordable play sets. That's what they're about, and not necessarily action figures, but the play sets, and we're going to go into that right now. As you can see, we have the new Haslab Skystriker. I have not applied any decals to this beast. I may end up waiting for a minute until I really decide which ones that I'm going to use. There are a ton of options for decals and display on this guy. I am going to keep the gray tail fins because I just love the uniformity of the color here. I think this one, though, is going to have issues with yellowing over time, but we'll see. We'll see. This is one of the, I think, unlockable tiers, which is pretty fucking cool. You know, it's like a mini rig. You remember the Star Wars mini rigs? That's what this reminds me of. Now, here is the actual star of this review. This is the Click and Play Hornet, and it is fucking beautiful, man. It's got different missile loadouts we can use. I've got some over here on the side. I'm not going to really get into that right now. I just wanted you guys to see, and girls, to see how these two look side by side with one another. I think they scale perfectly. I'm going to pause the video real quick, do some movement off camera so we can see exactly what they look like. I'm going to probably put these guys on the floor, so bear with me. So, we've got some Star Wars figures in the back, maybe a couple of Play School sets, some Jurassic Park, some other G.I. Joe vehicles, just so you can get an idea of how these two look with one another. I think the Sky Striker compared to the Hornet, I still think it's scaled down. I mean, I could be wrong. I had the original Sky Striker, and it honestly it feels like it's almost the same size. I'm sure it's slightly upscaled, but not by much. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in scale, so there's no way for me to tell you how 100% accurate these two vehicles are. And here we go, another side by side. I really love the stand that comes with Sky Striker. You have missile storage. I mean, this thing is a work of fucking art. Even if it isn't scaled the way I think it should, I think this should be a lot bigger. Maybe about an inch or two. But then again, I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I'm right or wrong on that one, guys. You can tell me in the comments. Um, this Hornet, though, oh my god. The materials are definitely cheaper than they would be, say, on a Hasbro release. But this is not Hasbro. This is a company, an outfit called Click and Play. The vehicle, this one, runs $50. Skystriker, as you well know, does not. The affordability between the two products is definitely apparent. Now, I will say the materials on the Hornet are kind of cheap. But I think if you take care of this thing, you shouldn't have really any issues. And a modern collector, an adult collector, like myself, isn't going to be flying around throwing this thing off the fucking roof, you know? But that's how it is. It is really a beautiful toy. And it's a toy. I mean, it's meant to be played with. I love how the wings fold up. And I love how everything just, I mean, this looks so good. It could use some paint apps. It could use some decal. It did come with decals, which I haven't applied yet. But I think I'm going to share the Skystriker decals with the Hornet, and they're going to work. They will definitely work because of the way that the decals for the Skystriker are pretty much. There's a lot of different options that came with the Skystriker, and then I can spread it around, use it on this thing. Oh man, it's just going to be incredible when I'm done with decaling them up. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if there's like a specific aspect of this toy that you want me to go over. I think there's a lot of other YouTubers that are doing it a lot better than I could. But I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like with other toys, especially military toys, and how they scale up to this thing. It's a great, it's a great piece. It's beautiful. It is iconic, and I think that if you're a fan of military style figures and toys, playsets, you're gonna love this thing. If you missed it in the Haslab, well, good luck, guys. I'm sure there's some people out there that bought multiples of this one. I just need one, and to be honest, it's like it's a centerpiece thing. I feel like I don't really have a space for it right now, but I'm thinking about hanging it off the ceiling. You got any questions? Leave them in the comments. I will catch you kids on the other side. Later.